Are you looking for a mastermind group? Are you looking for a mastermind group near you or an online or virtual mastermind group? If so, you're in the right place. Stay tuned. Hi, my name is Mike Mancini, helping you market, simplify, and impact your business. Now, my main business is a Google Ads agency owner. I help companies out with Google Ads. I also have a training course that does the same thing. Now, one of the things that has helped me grow my business exponentially is being part of a mastermind group. Now, I am located in a metro area, so there are mastermind groups around me, but I've been in an experience where I had to drive all the way across town to get there. So depending on traffic, it might take me 90 minutes of traffic, a 60 or 90 minute meeting, and then 90 minutes of traffic back. So essentially I could lose about half a day just by, getting to the group and from the group. And that just really wasn't acceptable for me. So I went looking for alternatives. And this is where I met Joe Burnich. Now here's a picture of Joe. Joe is a marketing agency owner. He is in Missoula, Montana. And Joe decided he wanted to start a virtual mastermind group. Now, I wasn't quite sure how I would feel about that because I do want to get out in front of people. I want to meet them. I want to interact with them because I am an entrepreneur. I loan a lot of the time. I work out of my home office. I've got employees that I interact with, but they're all over the world. So sometimes it becomes a little bit difficult. I'm looking for that interaction. I'm looking to kind of end the isolation that I have working for myself. But when I started talking to Joe and hearing his idea about virtual masterminds, I was very intrigued because the whole idea of a mastermind is connecting with other people, learning how they're solving their problems, learning, where they're taking their business. Do I have anything to offer them? Do they have anything to offer me? Being able to go somewhere to help solve problems when I hit them, because as entrepreneurs, nobody teaches this stuff in school. You have to get out there and you have to learn, you have to adapt, you have to be able to change things on the fly. And so Joe invited me to partner with him to start Impact Mastermind Group. And what we do is each week we meet virtually. Here's an example of one of the groups. Now in this example, Mallory, who is a very successful online clothing designer, she has her own clothing line, she sells products all over the world, she has a very large following, but because of the situation with the coronavirus, she has obviously taken a very large hit in her sales, and she's asking the group on some ideas on what she could do to get her product out there more, even during these hard times. The best part about it is in this particular group, there are 10 other business owners who are offering examples, offering ideas of what she could do, giving her suggestions on how she can survive and weather these difficult times. Here's another one of our groups. And on that day, we went in depth on what we needed to do to weather the storm. These are our businesses. These are our children, our blood, sweat, and tears. And while we obviously want to be compassionate and understanding of the current climate, we also have to keep food on the table. We also need to keep our businesses alive so that when the storm is over, we are able to go back to work. So in this group, we are talking about the current climate. We are talking about how each one of us individually is dealing with that. And also we're looking for opportunities. And I'm not talking about opportunities in a negative way, price gouging and things like that. I'm talking about opportunities that each one of us, that each individual entrepreneur has that maybe they haven't thought of yet to help them weather the storm. So for example, Pamela is a photographer and somebody came up with the idea of doing porch portraits. So she could go to a client, the entire family could sit up on the porch or go out in the backyard because obviously it's a springtime, it's a beautiful time of year. They could stand by a tree and she could safely take family photographs for that client without getting within 20 feet. Some other examples are entrepreneurs that are starting to look to get online because they realize that they can start taking their business online, not just doing it face to face. They could attract a worldwide audience and they could expand their business exponentially. Something they hadn't thought of doing before because they were used to working locally. But these are just a couple of examples or a couple of ideas that we come up with our mastermind groups. I personally was very unsure because I wanted to meet these people face to face. But after being in the group for several months, these people have now become family. There is not one of them I would have an issue of picking up the phone and giving them a call to ask them questions. There's not one of them that I would not help. But we do this not only on having these roundtable discussions, but we also do these during what we call our hot seats. In a hot seat, one member will take the floor and say, here's my business, here are my struggles. Does anybody have any ideas? Those can be so incredibly valuable. Another is we do member workshops. So for example, Megan, who is an accountant in one of the groups, Megan actually got up and did a presentation on budgeting and how to find hidden money in your business. Now, as a business owner, even though it's obviously imperative to my business, accounting is not something I enjoy. But this workshop helped me identify $3,000 a year in my business that was just sitting there, that I had no idea about, that I was absolutely wasting. And I wouldn't have been able to do that without Megan's advice. And we also do goal setting and wins. Each and every week when we start off the meeting, we go around and we talk about what was your big win? Are you on track or off track with your 30-day goals? We bring a lot of positivity. We bring a lot of encouragement. We bring a lot of accountability in a positive way to each and every member. Now, something I need to be totally upfront about is, yes, there is a charge to join our mastermind group. That charge is $97 a month, and it's once a week that we meet. Some of my frustrations when I was looking for a mastermind group were, one, the cost of those mastermind groups, $10,000, $25,000 to join a mastermind group for a year or whatever it might be, but it might only be once a quarter at some remote location. It could be once a week, but some of the ones I talked to people who joined them were literally one person talking. So essentially it was an online seminar every week. I want interaction with other members. I want to be able to speak to them, find out what their experiences are, find out how I can help them. I want to have that back and forth. Another thing was there were a lot of groups out there that were called mastermind groups, but really they were one or two people who kind of monopolized the entire conversation. Nobody else really had a voice. There are other ones out there that are just really harsh. You know, they'll stand up there and rah and yell and be like, this is why you're not any good. This is why you suck. I don't need to hear that. I'm there to look for some positivity and to see how I can help others and if others can help me. And we also wanted people who want to be there. We've had free groups before that have 40 members, but on any one week, maybe 5 would show up. We want people who want to be there, who are getting amazing value out of it. Value enough that they're paying every single month to be part of this group because they understand the value of it, they understand the value it brings to their business, and they understand the results it brings to their business at the end of the year. We want people who want to be there, and we want people who want to be around us. So if you're looking for a mastermind group near you, or if you have questions about mastermind groups, do me a favor, leave them down in the comments below. I'll try to answer every single one. Or if you are interested in finding out more about mastermind groups, do me a favor, go to impactmastermindgroup.com. You can find out some more information. You can hop on the phone with Joe or myself. Make sure that it's the right fit for you. Make sure it's the right fit for us. You can hopefully get some unbelievably amazing knowledge, insight, and ideas for your business. And we'd love nothing more than to see you join us. So if you like the video, please do me a favor, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit that little bell icon so you'll be notified of when we release new videos each and every week. And if you want to see some more videos about mastermind groups, over to the right-hand side, we have one, what is a mastermind group, as well as the top 5 reasons to join a mastermind. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I helped market, simplify, or impact your business. We'll see you next time.